Hello, Internet, and welcome once again to the always online multiplayer gaming podcast brought to you by mmobomb.com, your home for all things multiplayer related. I'm your host, Mike Byrne, a.k.a. magicman, as always. And this, if you can believe it, is episode 473 in the March to 500. Coming soon. We've got a lot to talk about today, but there wasn't like really big MMO news, so we've tried Jeopardy in the past, so we figured, why not play some Wheel of Fortune? We'll see how that goes. Then we'll roll through some news like Throne and Liberty's delay, Roblox financials, Black Desert Online's expansion was announced and kind of revealed, and Troy's favorite part, an 8-second teaser trailer. Joining me to talk about all of it today, it's Ms. Quinlan Bowers. What's up, Q?
It's actually been a really good week. I've got a date for the second season of Good Omens. They've been dropping trailers like crazy for Doctor Who, and there's going to be an animated Babylon 5 movie.
Well, that's fantastic. That's
really good week.
That's lots of good Q news. Good Q news. Also on the line, Mr. Troy Blackburn, the noob fridge himself. What's up, sir?
I have not had a good week. My wife has been out of town for a whole week, so I've been lonely.
I was going to say, like, isn't that like a good week? Like you. Like, you know,
some of us love our wives, Mike, and miss them when they're gone.
Damn.
Well, it's not that I don't love my wife, but like, you know, she's been in my house for like 22 years now. I mean, it's like, go do something. Go, you know, don't you have a friend to go out with tonight?
The phrasing of that, she's been in my house.
Well, hey, I have phrased it on this show before as, don't give me that nerd crap. I don't live in my mother's basement. I live in my wife's basement. So, all right. We got a lot to cover as far as playing some games. Yeah, playing some games. So I'm going to hit the news bump, but we're going to start with a game. So enjoy the superfluous news bump. So I'm not exactly sure, gang, if the mixer is recording your audio. Like, I can see on the meters that I'm there, but I can't see meters when you talk. So I might not only have to export this show from Twitch to YouTube and edit it there, I might also have to download it and rip the audio out of it. If you're listening on those podcast providers, by the way, thank you so much. iTunes, Spotify, whatever. And if you're on YouTube or any other platforms listening, thank you so much. Give it a like, a thumbs up, a subscribe, turn on the notifications. You know the drill. And most importantly, give us your weekly bombs and question of the week answers down below to feed those algorithms. And stop on over to mmobomb.com. Check out the game pages, giveaways, and all that stuff. That's the one that pays the bills, friends. That's the one that pays the bills. So head on over, create an account, get all your stuff. Yeah, this is the stream that never happened. if all doesn't go well, it'll just be the stream that never existed. Well, here we go. We're going to try to play Wheel of Fortune. And I'm going to tell you, we have 9 puzzles. That doesn't mean we're going to do all 9. Because we may just decide time-wise. There's no final round, so whoever's winning just wins at the end of it. And if you win, message Luis, the owner of the site, and like I think you win a car. I don't know. He didn't tell me what the prize was. There's no prize. Don't message him asking for a car. Q, previous to the show today, you decided that you would go first. Normal Wheel of Fortune rules apply. We'll spin, get a dollar amount, guess a consonant. You can buy a vowel for $250. You only get to keep the money if you solve the puzzle for that round. If you don't, drop it. Obviously, Bankrupt takes whatever you have for the round, but your previous money is locked in. And all the puzzles are MMO or multiplayer related. They will have like the little clue before and after, the typical Wheel of Fortune stuff. But you know that they are all gaming, multiplayer, or MMO related. So Q, we're going to load the first puzzle, and God help us, let's see if all this works. The clue here is free-to-play classics. Chat, feel free to play along, but of course, Troy and Q, no cheating, no peeking in chat. So Q, the board is yours. Would you like to spin because you don't have any money?
That's probably the way to go.
All right, so let's see. Q, you get $8.50. $8.50 to play with. What letter would you like?
T.
She goes with a T and picks up 2 of them. All of a sudden, $1,700. And now the board is still yours. What do you want to do?
Say go with an H.
Well, you got to spin if you want to do that.
It's been forever since I've watched this.
Yeah, you got to spin each time. If you want to buy a vowel, then you don't have to spin. All right, so you got 500 on that spin. What, you want an H?
Yep.
2 of those. Damn, Q killing it. $2,700.
Right. Buy an E.
You're gonna buy an E. Well, gee, I wonder why.
Why?
She takes an E and she gets 2 predictable ones and one that she probably didn't know was there. But I got to charge you for the vowel, so that's $2.50. Spin, vowel, or solve? What do you want?
Spin.
Spinning the wheel. Let's see. Troy's like, just hit bankrupt. Come on. $5.50.
An F.
I'm sorry. What? Oh, an F. Okay. Yeah, you got 1 F. Up to $3,000 now. She's staring intently at it.
Spin. Buy another vowel.
Oh, you want? Okay. You want an I? Let me charge you for the I. And there are 2 of them. 2 of them. So $2,750 in cash. Troy hasn't gotten to play yet. Do you want to spin?
Buy an O too.
She's let me buy all these. She's taking an O. No vowels left. You are warned by the board. No vowels left. Chat already has it.
Yeah, my brain is not functioning well enough for this.
Would you like to spin then?
Yeah, spin.
You can spin rather than just sit and stare at the board forever. And she is bankrupt. So sorry, Q. Gotta take all that cash from you. Troy, the board's yours. No vowels left. Do you want to spin or solve for no money?
I'll spin.
Hey, good choice, buddy. Good choice.
At least once.
$900.
Oh my god.
What letter do you want, Troy?
She knows what it is.
Yeah, that's.
Give me.
I'm gonna buzz you if you don't give me a letter here shortly.
Give me an N.
An N. Couple of those, 3 of them, in fact.
He was counting to see which one he could get the most of.
$2,700. Noob Fridge, would you like to spin, buy a vowel, which there are none left, or solve?
I'd like to solve, please.
Oh my God, he's actually. How long? I was like, as soon as this one shows up on the board, I have a feeling somebody on the panel is going to solve it immediately. What is the answer, Troy?
The Lord of the Rings Online.
Yes, it is. You get it. You get the music and the dancing lights, all of it. The Lord of the Rings Online. You get to keep your $2,700. And since Q, you took the first puzzle, Troy, you get to start this one. We'll just go back and forth on that one. Chat giving claps for Troy.
Yay.
The clue here is cash shop. Cash shop. What would you like to do? Spin or solve?
Spin, please.
Now, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a top tier strategy. Spinning when you have nothing on the board. $700. What letter you want?
Give me a T.
A T. There is 1 T netting you $700. So you can afford vowels now. Finally.
Spin again.
Spinning again. Let's see what we get here. No lose a turn. No bankrupt. Nope. You're good. $600. What do you want?
Give me an H.
An H. There are no H's.
Nope.
Q, it's up to you. What do you want to do? Spin or solve?
Spin.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh, I thought she was going to hit bankrupt again. Q, $2,500. The big money opportunity. She's like concentrating intently on what letter do I pick. You want the letter R?
Yeah.
There are no R's. Oh, missed out on the 25 hundo. Troy, back to you.
Spin, please.
A spin. Oh, also hits the 25 hundo. What do we got, Troy? What letter?
Give me a D.
A D. There are no D's.
Come on.
Q, back to you. I'm assuming spin since you still can't afford a vowel yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Q, we've had back-to-back 2500s. This time she's going to have to go with 900, though.
An L?
An L. There are two. $1,800. You're in the lead for the round. You still have a little catching up to do for the game as a whole, though, but not much. You're there. What do you want to do?
Spin again.
Spinning again. No vowels. She just wants to spin. 700.
Wheel of Fortune is so easy when you're just watching it on TV.
Right?
V.
I'm sorry, what?
V.
As in Victor?
Yeah.
Okay. V as in Victor. Gets you $700. By the way, thanks to Games by Tim for helping me actually get this damn thing working. It was fun. Let's just say that. Q, it's up to you. $2,500. You can buy a vowel. You can solve. You can spin. What do you want?
Buy a vowel.
G.
E.
I wonder what letter. Yeah, it's gonna be E, and they're only where you thought they were.
Oh God.
Chat has it already. Magic Slinky, you're killing it, man. You are killing it. Absolutely killing it.
I guess spin.
Oh,
again.
hold on. Yeah, I charged you for the vowel. You're good. Okay, spin again. Do. $600.
N.
N as in night.
Yep.
There are no N's. Troy, you are still alive, friend. What do you want to do? You have $700. You could buy a vowel.
I've got part of it, but I can't figure out what the...
You have the word level, right?
Yeah, exactly. I have level.
He's looking at a 3-word board. One word's fully revealed, and he says, I have part of it. Yeah, no crap, man. Everybody does.
I'm going to spin, please.
Spin. All right. Seems good. Ooh, almost, but no cigar. $500.
Letter P.
The letter P. No P's. Q, back to you. Troy with the shortest turn ever.
Okay. Spin again.
Spinning again. All right. Let's see. No whammies. Yeah, $850. What do you want? I gotta say, I've never seen Q concentrate to the podcast this much. Like, even when we talk about games she actively is a player of herself for fun, she is never this engaged. She's staring intently at the monitor.
F.
F what? What'd you say to me?
Look.
There are no F's. Back to you, Troy. The Eye of the Tiger's kicking in. She probably has it in her headphones.
Spin, please.
Spin. All right. All right, Troy. You got some catching up to do. $600 should help, though, if you can find a letter.
Trying to figure out what one of them is without giving away what the last one is, just in case. Letter C, please.
Letter C. Yeah, that's not there.
Yeah.
Q, back to you. Still vowels.
Lord.
Still vowels in here. We can spin.
Yeah, buy a vowel.
What do you want?
I.
Nope. Troy, over to you.
Spin the wheel.
I think this is like one of the shortest puzzles I made, too.
Yeah.
$900, Troy. What do you want?
Give me the letter S.
The letter S. Finally, somebody gets a letter. $900 for you, Noob Fridge. You're up to $1,600. What do you want?
I want to spin.
Chat had it quick. And Troy is
Oh
bankrupt.
my god.
So you lose the
Okay.
1,600 from the round. You still keep the 27 from the first round. Q, back to you.
Okay.
I cannot figure out what the first word is.
Buy a vowel.
Buy an vowel. What letter do you want?
O.
Yep, that'll get
Yeah.
you there. Magic Slicky said Troy was finally getting somewhere. Bankrupt. Q, the board is yours.
Spin.
Hey, all right, we'll spin. Ninja Pet, you would think, Ninja. And Q, you're bankrupt. All right, so we have played this board for about 8 minutes. Nobody has any money. There are 4 letters still hidden. Troy, what do you want to do? A spin or solve?
Spin.
Oh my God.
Go ahead and land on bankrupt again.
$500. What do you want?
Letter M.
Yes, there is 1 M for $500. Would you like to spin or solve?
Spin.
Oh my God.
I can't figure out what that first word is.
I think I figured it out like before you got the letter.
2,500, Troy. Don't screw up. 2,500. They are going to kick themselves, Ninja Pandas. They absolutely are. You got to give me a letter, buddy.
Letter B.
As in boy?
Yeah, I know what that word is.
There you
It's
go.
the
You got your
first word that
2,500.
It's screwing me over.
Would you like to spin or solve, Troy? You have $3,000. They have not seen, they didn't even know we were going to be doing this. All it said in the show notes was MMO Wheel of Fortune. So I didn't even detail like what it was going to be. So I would be, if they're just trolling, they're both amazing impromptu actors. Would you like to spin or solve, Troy?
Spin.
He's got $3,000. He's got to spin. $850. 2 letters left. By the way, you know, one of them has to be a vowel.
Yeah.
There's still vowels left. I need a letter from you.
Letter G.
There's no G. Q,
Yeah.
spin or solve, you have $0.
I'm gonna spin.
Well, she's gonna spin. I thought Q knew it, and she was just gonna
I
solve to
did-
stop Troy from solving. $500.
X.
There is 1 X for $500. Would you like to spin or solve? There's only vowels left.
I will solve it. Max level boost.
It is a max level boost. Oh my
I
God.
could not figure out what that first word was.
Oh, now I came in 500, so the minimum is 1,000, so you get $1,000 for that round. Wow. I don't know if we make it through all of these after that one. Troy, you started second round, so Q, this is back to you. The category is claps in chat. The category is cursed. Cursed. Spin?
Yes.
All right. Chirac, don't worry, I've seen worse. All right, Q loses a turn, so we're off to Troy.
Spin, please.
I'll take a spin.
Oy vey.
$600.
Take a D.
D. There are no D's.
No
Back to
Ds.
Q. We're off to a flying start.
I mean, I could see why I would think that.
I assume you want to spin.
Yes.
$650.
All right. M.
M. There's 1 M for $650. Spin, buy a vowel, or solve. What do you want to do?
Spin again.
Spin again. Seems good. Seems good. There's one letter revealed. Spinning is probably the strat. $600.
L.
L. There's one L. Another 600 for Q. You're up to 1250. What do you want to do?
Spin again.
Spin again. Okay. And 500. Keeps landing on the money.
N.
N as in night.
Mm-hmm.
There are no N's.
No.
Troy, what do you want to do? I assume
Spin,
spin.
please.
Yeah, that seems like a good tactic with zero cash. $900.
Give me an S, please.
An S. There are two. Pocketed yourself 1,800. Want a vowel or want to spin or solve? What do you got?
Spin again, please.
All right. This time, 2,500. We've now seen the spot 4 times. What do you want?
Let's try an R.
R. 2 of them. $5,000, Troy. $5,000. You're up to 6,800. What can I interest you in? A vowel, a spin, or a solve?
Give me a spin.
A spin. Oh man, here we go.
Come on, Daddy. Not bankrupt.
$800.
Let's try a T.
T. There are no T's. Back to you, Q.
Spin.
Let's do it. Q spins the wheel, comes up $600. $600. What letter can I interest you in?
W.
W. There are 2 for $1,200. You are up to $2,450 for the round. You want to spin? You want a
Okay.
vowel?
Buy a vowel.
Buy a vowel. What do you want?
O.
An O. There is one. Ninja Panda said, got it. Yep. Ninja Panda said, I got it, and then typed in what it is. Yes.
Okay,
Ninja
I'd like
Pandas
to
is
solve.
correct. Oh, you're going to solve. What do you got?
Vampires and werewolves.
It is Vampires and Werewolves. Nice job, Q. And now, all of a sudden, Troy, she's in the lead.
I was just
3,200.
hoping she would hit that bankrupt spin one more time.
We got the little searchlights going off in the background for you, Q. You win that one. Troy, you are up next. Puzzle number 4. Creators is the clue. What would you like to do?
Spin, please.
All right. Chat giving Q claps. 2,500. Damn, that spot.
It really likes him.
Let's try
Yeah,
an
it's a cow.
S.
S. No S's. Over to
Are
you,
you
Q.
serious?
Spin.
Had a chance for big money and didn't get it. 700, Q.
L.
L. There are no L's. Troy, what do you want to do?
Spin, please.
You got yourself $650 if you can give me a letter.
Let's try T.
T. There are 2 of them, giving you $1,300 for the round.
Spin again, please.
Oh, okay. And 600. Dodge the bad spaces. Got a good space. 600. What do you want?
Let's try a D.
A D. There is 1 for $600. You are at 1,900 now, sir.
Yeah, spin again.
He's on a streak. He's on fire. 900.
Let's go with a B.
A B. No B's. Over to
Nope.
you, Q. You got no money, so I'm assuming a spin.
Yes, spin.
You got no cash, friend. No cash. But you could have 500 or more if you give me a good letter.
R.
There are 4 R's for a total of 2,000 bones.
Solve.
Oh my, Troy.
That the R's gave it away.
No, I got
Go
it
ahead,
when it was
Q.
two
What is
T's,
it?
actually. Richard
Yeah.
Garriott.
It is Richard Garriott. $2,000 for Q. Woo. Whoops. Nope. That's not what I want to do. I want to do that. There we go. No, not The Witcher. Ultima. Richard Garriott's not The Witcher. Who started that round? That was round 4. So Q, you get to start round 5. This is before and after. For those of you that don't watch Wheel of Fortune or have never seen it, this is usually 2 items that share one linking word, and don't, when you solve the puzzle, read it as 2 separate items. So like the book The Little Prince and Prince Charles in a before and after puzzle would say The Little Prince Charles. Get it? You're both on board? You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Q, this is up to you. You're at 0 right now. I'm assuming we'll start with a spin.
Yes.
All right. $700.
T.
T. There are 2 of them. Off to a good start. $1,400.
Spinning in.
Spin again. You've never watched Wheel of Fortune before, so you're learning? There you go. I'm schooling you on Wheel of Fortune. $500, Q. What do you want?
H.
H. There is 1 H, giving you another 500. You're up to 1,900.
By vowel.
What vowel can I interest you in? Let me book you for it. Now you pick.
E.
Takes the E. There's going to be a couple of those. Yeah. Oh, my searchlights from you solving the puzzle are still going. Let me make those still again. We're not allowed to celebrate while we're doing a puzzle. What do you want to do, Q?
Spin again.
Spin again. Oh, Q is bankrupt. 0. Troy, off to you.
I'll spin, please.
Spinning. Chat has 1 word. Very good, chat. Troy, you got 650 on the line.
Give me an F.
An F. There are 2, so nets you $1,300.
Spin again, please.
Okay, all right. Let's see if we can get you a little more cash. Playing from behind now. $500.
Let's try W.
W. There are none of those. Q, off to you.
Spin.
Yeah, $0. Seems pretty sound. $550.
N.
N as in night.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2. Now you have $1,100. You got a little more options here. Now, what can I interest you in?
By a vowel.
All right. What do you want?
A.
Takes the A. There are 4 of those bad boys. In testing, by the way, to make sure this all worked, the max level boost puzzle was done in about 5 minutes. This one took longer than that, specifically because of 1 word. Q, it's up to you. You have $850. Do you want another vowel, or you want to spin or solve?
Spin.
No, you're Justin. You got that. It can't be that. $500.
R.
The letter R. There are 2. There's $1,000 for you. You're up to $1,850 for the round.
I'd like to try and solve.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Final Fantasy Earth Hero.
No, that's not it. That's not
Ah.
it. Troy, off to you.
Spin.
Why do you sound so dejected? I'll spin.
Because I know I'm struggling here.
850 bucks.
We'll take an S.
There is an S.
Mm-hmm.
You're up to 2150 for the round. What do you want to do?
We'll spin.
Yeah, I kind of figured. 500.
The dog is helping.
Yeah. I'm cheating. The dog is helping. Give me a Y.
Yep. Just keep picking the ones you know are there and hope for the best, huh?
Yep.
26.
Get one to show up where I'm not expecting it.
2650. Still have consonants and vowels, so the board's yours. What do you want? Chat has solved
I'm
it.
gonna try.
Ninja Panda's
I'm
got
gonna
this one.
try to solve
Okay, what do you got?
Final Fantasy Earth 0.
That is it. Final Fantasy Earth 0. So Final Fantasy and Fantasy Earth 0. Nice, Troy. We got a game, man. 5,200 on Q's side, 5,350 on Troy's side. We got a really close game. Troy, this is puzzle number 6, so you get to start. The clue here is famous trio. Famous trio.
That doesn't seem daunting at all.
And everybody got Final Fantasy Earth 0 faster than max level boost. What do you want to do, Troy? I'm assuming spin.
Let's spin the wheel, please.
Yeah, let's get some money on the board here. Almost
Or
not.
almost not.
$900, Troy. What do you want?
Let me try with an S.
Starting with an S, seeing what happens. There's one of them. $900 gets you on the board and gives you some options.
We will spin again.
It's not Earth 0. It's Fantasy Earth 0. Yeah. Spinning again. And 650. Trying to build up a little bit of a bankroll here.
Let's try a T.
Seems good. And there's two of them. 1,300, putting you at 22 for the board so far.
Spin again, please.
Oh, just going to try farming the money. Farm the money. 650.
Let's go with an H.
Two of those for another 1,300. Troy, you're up to 3,500 for the round. Spin, buy, vowel, or solve.
Spin again.
I mean, you know what's happening, right? Like you're just tempting fate, but you get away with it again. $700.
Let's go with an R.
R. Two of those for another $1,400. You're up to 4,900 for the round. That's like the highest score in a round we've seen, I think. But will you get to keep it? Is the question.
I'm gonna try to solve.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What do you got?
Thrall, Arthas, and Jaina.
Wow, you got it, dude. Nice job. Woo, $4,900 in the bank puts you at 10,250. Q, 5,200. But you get to start this round. This is round 7. Remember, we have 9 Q, so you still have 3 puzzles to try and catch up. I think we'll just finish them because these are moving at a good pace here. Yeah, flawless round. It really was. The clue here, Q, is challenges.
Okay, well, spin.
Yeah. Let's start it off with a spin. Big money for Q. 2,500 would be dope. All right, well, 700. You got to start somewhere. Digispike giving you the clap.
T.
Starting with a T. There are no T's. Troy, off to you.
Spin the wheel, please.
Let's see what Troy gets. 650, Troy. 650.
Give me an H.
Going with the H. None of those. Back to you, Q.
Spin again?
Yeah, pretty sure. Like, I don't want to assume, but Q loses a turn. So in 3 turns, we have accomplished nothing.
Nothing at all.
At all. Troy, it's off to you.
Let's spin that freaking wheel and
Hey,
get something good.
that seems like a good guess. $700.
Ooh, right next to the lose a turn.
Let's see if we can get something on the board here.
Let's go with an N as in night.
2 of them for $1,400.
Spin one more time.
One more time. This is it. Like you're not spinning the rest of the game. Freaking bankrupt. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that money from you. Q, it's to you. But at least there's a few letters now.
Spin.
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
Q loses a turn and off to Troy. What do you?
I will try to spin and see what happens.
500. What do you want?
D.
D.
D is in dog.
Yeah, there's 2 of those for $1,000. Now you have a few options. You could get into the vowel game if you wanted to. What's up?
We'll spin.
I don't know if I would. This thing's been temperamental this round. $600.
Let's see. Let's go with an M.
An M. One of those for $600. You're up to $1,600.
And again.
Taking his chance with the Wheel of Destiny. $850.
Let's go with a. Let's go with an F.
F. There are none of those. Chat has collectively solved it.
Mm.
It took two people to kind of put their brains together, but they got it. Q, it's off to you, but you have $0. So are we spinning, or do you want to solve just to spin? All right. Not really. It doesn't do you much good to just stop him from solving if you don't have any cash. $500.
Other than spite, but G.
G. There's 2 of those for $1,000.
Buy a vowel.
What do you want?
A.
2 of those. You're at $750. Spin, another vowel, or solve?
Spin.
Going back to the wheel that's been
God.
so kind to her this game. $500.
An R.
There's 1 R. Now you're up to $1,250.
Solve.
I had a feeling because you looked really angry. Like if this wheel comes up, lose a turn or bankrupt.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm gonna throw my computer. What is the answer, Q?
In-game rating.
It is end game rating. Nicely done. Nicely done. So Q gets to keep the $1,250. A little bit closer. 2 rounds left. Only 2 rounds left for Q to close this gap. It's round 8. The category or the clue is favorite feature. And Troy, you get to start.
We'll spin that wheel, baby.
Q trying to squeak back in here. $500.
Let's go with a T.
T. There are no T's. Q, now's your chance. What do you want to do? I assume spin. Yeah, we'll just spin this thing for you.
That.
Yeah. $700.
I was gonna be so mad if that was his turn. R.
R. There's 1 of those. So you are on the board. You've got some play.
So much help. Spinning in.
All right, let's do it. See if we can get you some more cash. Oh, $600. $600. Yeah,
Okay.
I had to stop and look because the graphic is like right there, but the RNG popped 600, not bankrupt. So you get to guess a letter. That was so freaking close.
M.
M. There's 1 of those. Up to 1,300.
Okay. Spin again.
All right, seems good. Try to get some more cash. Get it. $900. You really like that $900 slot, man.
L.
L. No L's. Troy, up to you. What do you want?
Spin that wheel, please.
Yeah. 650.
Let's go with a B.
A B. There are no
B,
B's. Back to you,
yes.
Q.
No B's.
Baron, it couldn't be that word because you already have M exposed, and that word requires more than one M. Q, what do you want to do?
Spin.
Going for that 900 again, huh? Bankrupt. Troy, up to you.
We'll spin since I have nothing.
Yeah, can't take anything from me if I have nothing. $500.
Oh man, let's go with an H.
Going with the H. None of those. Back to you, Q.
Son of a gun.
Spin.
This is absolutely riveting round. $500.
S.
S. There's one of those back on the board with some cash.
Spin.
I mean, you need the cash anyway, right? So 500.
Okay. N.
N. 3 of them for $1,500. You're at $2,000 for the round.
Okay. Buy a vowel.
Sure. What do you want?
I.
One of them. Probably exactly where you thought it was going to be, too. $1,750. Want to spin, buy a vowel, or solve?
Buy another vowel.
Sure. What do you want?
E.
There are no E's. Troy, up to you.
Spin the wheel. I am broke.
You are broke. I mean, there is incentive for you to solve, though, just to, like, stop her, right?
Yeah.
$500.
Let's try a G.
G, one of those.
Yeah.
Now you are on the board. You got a little bit of scratch to work with.
We'll spin the wheel.
All right. Now you have something that can be taken away, but $600. $600.
Let's try a D.
D, there are no D's. Q, board's yours. $1,500 in your pocket right now.
Spin.
Spin. All right. Let's see. $650.
C.
There are 2 C's giving you $1,300 on that one. You are up to $2,800 for the round.
All right, I'd like to solve it.
Nice. What is it?
Romancing NPCs.
Yes! Yes, it is romancing NPCs. Q pockets the $2,800. We are going into the last round by a difference of $1,000, and the minimum you can win is $1,000. So, like, even if you end with 0, Q, you will tie the game if you are the one to solve the puzzle, even if you have no money. Troy, you just got to do anything you can to solve this puzzle, and you will win. If Q solves it, even at 0, the outcome is a tie. If she has any dollars, she will win. So it all comes down to this. It is the last puzzle. Puzzle number 9. Annoyances is the clue. And Q, you get to start. Good luck. This turned out to be such a freaking close game. What do you got, Q?
All right, spin.
$700. And yes, Justin, you did get it already. Justin has solved this puzzle already with an offhanded comment, and then when he saw the board, Yes, you are right. $700, Q.
L.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn these lights off. L. No L's. Troy, up to you.
Spin the wheel.
He sounds so thrilled. He's like, I'm about to cough up this game, and I know it. $550, Troy.
Let's go with an R.
R. One of those for $550.
Spin again.
Yeah, now you have a little bit of choices that you could make. 600.
T.
T. Two of those. Up to 1,200, giving you $1,750 for the round.
Spin.
Uh-oh. Taking fate into his own damn hands. $700.
S.
There are 3 of them for $2,100, putting you at $3,850 for the round.
I'd like to solve.
Oh, what is it, Troy?
Escort quests.
It is escort quests. Woohoo! Damn, what a good game. What a good game. Troy
I just
managed.
knew I was fixing to throw this thing.
Yeah, you were trying to punt hard. Q, damn, Q, you stormed back. Noob Fridge finishing with 14,100. Q finishing with 9,250. Troy, I am sure, Luis, the owner of DigiWalls and MMOBomb here, I'm sure like the title for the car is on its way. Like you don't even have to worry about it.
Awesome.
Hope you enjoyed that. If you just like we did with Jeopardy, we need your feedback. So when you're leaving your weekly bombs and your question of the week answers in the comments, if you like this type of stuff, by all means, let us know. That's what encourages us to try stuff like this. A little weird, I know, on the audio version, because this one relies on visual a little more than Jeopardy does, but head on over to YouTube, head on over to mmobomb.com, and you can watch the video version of this. I guess, gang, we do have to cover like some news, right? Like it's kind of our job. So let's cover some rapid fire news here this week. Iron Mace, Troy, your friends over at Iron Mace with Dark and Darker. Remember, they kind of like bootlegged their own beta. Like, they literally torrent filed their own beta and everything as the whole Nexon copyright stuff continues to go on. Then we talked last week or the week before, like them reaching out to Steam to try and get, hey, relist us. Steam isn't going to get involved in that. Sorry, it's a DMCA thing. They have no thing. But things still not progressing. So apparently Dark and Darker actually is delaying its early access. They continue to ask players to hold the line, but they're delaying things, Troy. What do you think?
I don't see how they have any choice but to delay things at this point. They obviously are in a position where they can't release a game or do anything. And that torrent thing went so well the first time.
Well, apparently, like the numbers, they had, who was it? Was somebody I saw reported they had like 450,000 people taking part in that test.
Yeah, that part doesn't surprise me. I still see a lot of people in a lot of Discords that I'm in that are like patiently waiting for that game. Like they're like, yeah, Dark and Darker, we're waiting on it.
Yeah, so we didn't report on it because I was trying to source the hell out of it, and I didn't feel like it was reliable enough, the number. Anytime we start dealing with numbers, you got to be careful. Somebody gets their feelings hurt, and I'll get a freaking cease and desist email. But yeah, there were outlets that reported their closed beta, torrented beta had like 450,000 users participating in it. It's fun. Like I thought it was fun in an earlier beta test, but I don't know. Q, they do seem pretty hopeful about it still, though.
I mean, yeah, although that might be an outwardly thing because they do know that like if you look at the comments on Twitter and stuff, there are definitely people who are like, yeah, we're waiting on this, just do a good job, whatever. And even if they're kind of down about it IRL online, they're probably just going to be like until the line is finally drawn in the sand,
Yeah.
right? Until they just can't do anymore, Nexon just runs them out of money or whatever.
That's
they're
the
probably
scariest part for them, and they've like kind of said that publicly, that that's all they're trying to do is just bleed us dry with this stuff. But the reality is, even if that isn't their intent, like Nexon's not just like, hey, let's bleed them out, and then we don't have to win or lose. It doesn't matter. Like, even if that's not their intent, the process at the end of the day could still end up doing exactly that, just bleeding all their funds out. We'll see. Throne and Liberty, Troy, officially delayed, but still no release. Now, we kind of knew this was coming, right? From all the previous reporting of people with inside contacts and the more on the financial side of things saying, hey, NCSoft's probably going to do this. We expected that we would hear release news in the Q1 financials, which weren't all that great. I mean, they were okay. Sales were down. Ion, Blade and Soul, like all that stuff down. Guild Wars was up a little bit, so that looks kind of good for Guild Wars. But everything down across the board. But when it got to Throne and Liberty, it wasn't really like specific news, was it, Troy? It was
nothing specific at all. It's like it's coming in the second half of the year. Congratulations. We have no idea. That could be anytime between freaking July and December.
Do you think it was wise, and we might come back to this as the question of the week, do you think it was actually wise to get out of Diablo's way?
Probably so, because a lot of the folks that I play MMOs with, at least from my little bubble that I play with, they're going to be playing Diablo 4, and I don't think Throne and Liberty would get much playtime during at least the launch window of that.
What about you, Q? Like, because I hear the argument, like, yeah, you don't want to be stacked on top of big releases, but you also I guess, would have to kind of look at, is our audience overlap? You wouldn't, on the surface, equate Throne and Liberty and Diablo 4 as being in similar genres, but you do have to kind of look at the player base of those types of games being an overlapped player base, right?
Right. Well, and that's the thing. So MMO players are RPG players, and Diablo is an RPG of sorts, and it is a juggernaut that like people wait on Diablo games. Yeah. Like it's the de facto. So yeah, you don't want to be standing there as Diablo comes rushing by and runs your ass over. You might as well just step back, let Diablo do its thing. Know that, for the most part, it's a story-based thing, and it will kind of have an end, right? There'll be the replayability and stuff, but people will go through and get it done. And then, back to the MMOs. So I think it's a smart move to just stay out of the way of Diablo, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you do want to get it out, though. Like, particularly if your finances are a little weaker, which NCSofts were, and, they knew that, but long term, it's probably better. I don't know. We're going to ask your opinion about it later in the question of the week. Hey, what's going on at Roblox, Q? Like, their revenue's up, all that shit's up, right? So they're doing gangbusters.
So the funny part about this is I am terrible at financials. Terrible. And Mike gives them to me to write. I'm just like, wait a minute. So
you're like,
if they're up
wait,
here and here,
is Troy anywhere, please?
Is Troy anywhere? Could you please let somebody who understands math do this?
Yeah, so she never got assigned them in the Jason Winter era, because he loved covering the finances and stuff like that. Now I kind of divide it up. I'll take it. I give some to Troy, I give some to Q. It depends on who's already been assigned stuff that day.
But yeah, so I mean, it looks shiny and good on the fact that their revenue is up 22% over last year. Their bookings are up 23% over last year. But they have a net loss of 2.68 million, which equates to, and this is where people actually care, right? In businesses, it equates to about a loss
not
of
2.68 million. 268 million.
Yeah, 268 million. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a big number.
It equates to about 44 cents a share that shareholders are losing. Is basically what they're most worried about. So the results are that they're going to, quote, lessen investment headcount.
Well, that sounds like layoffs, right?
It kind of, but they said that like they didn't actually say the word layoffs, and maybe it's just that they're not going to hire more people for whatever projects or stuff going forward or something like that, or like,
I just
like
kind of felt like do you guys ever see Office Space? So you're gonna fire him, right? No, we just fixed the bug. Like, he won't be getting a paycheck anymore. So you're gonna fire him, right? No, we fixed the bug. We figure things like this just have a way of working themselves out.
which this may like with they did say, it said that they didn't necessarily say layoffs, so it could be some other thing, maybe just not hiring more, because the game companies and stuff do, right, go through these cycles of honestly laying people off and then hiring more people or whatever else.
Right.
But there's usually like a hiring period at somewhere in the year, and maybe they're just not going to hire more people. That would be nice.
I just have a feeling, Troy, it's kind of like, hey, Troy, we're going to go ahead and need you to not come in on Monday. Am I being laid off? Oh, no. We just don't need you to come in on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what? We'll call you when we need you to come back in. We need you to come back in.
If I've learned anything from Blizzard, there's only one way to secure record profits every quarter, and that is to
lay people off.
Yeah. Get rid of that. Get rid of that head count. I don't know. Hopefully, I mean their costs are just astronomical to run that game right now. They have to get that. And I know they're doing a lot of like forward stuff and investment in architecture and equipment and things like that. That's, anytime you go through that as a big company, you take losses for a few quarters, and you expect them, and you've probably warned shareholders, hey, we're going to be taking some money out of the business to invest in the business. But yeah, that's 2 back-to-back hundreds of millions of dollar loss quarters. You don't want to see too many of those in a row, regardless of investment, unless you're acquiring, right? Like, that's really the only time where your shareholders are probably okay with that, when you're in the middle of an acquisition. This one I was not expecting, Troy. We're getting something on Steam that I honestly, and I think many people, did not believe we were going to get until very late this year, if not next year, the way they were previously talking about it.
Yeah, we're finally gonna get Magic the Gathering Arena on Steam coming May 23rd, supposedly.
Yeah, like right around the damn corner.
Yeah, like out of nowhere, it's like, hey, by the way, we're bringing the world's biggest card game to the world's biggest digital platform, finally.
Yeah, they just talked about like how it was going to be a while. It was not, I forget the way they worded it. I don't have the story up in front of me, but it was like not a priority. We will get it there, but it's going to be a while. We're focusing on other stuff. And you kind of look at that and you go, it's Magic the Gathering. And it's your most popular digital platform. Like, get that damn thing on Steam. Like, it prints money.
It's gonna print money. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna
maybe they just had a little spat with Valve or something, and we're waiting till it blew over.
Well, I mean, it is Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro, right? They were a little busy burning down Dungeons and Dragons for a while there, and they're still putting out some of those, or trying to put out some of those fires. So, okay, I don't even know what to think about this last little one. Like,
oh, you know exactly what to think.
Go ahead, Troy. I'm gonna let you go.
It's blockchain garbage, trying to call it something different. The GamersFirst platform is bringing blockchain revenue sharing to both players and content creators.
Right, but this isn't like they're making a blockchain game. This is like they're trying to make a digital distribution platform, like a Steam or an Epic Game Store, that operates on the blockchain, right?
Where you can sell items if you're a player that you've collected, or if you're a content creator, you can sell items to players or levels and things of that nature. At the end of the day, they call it Web 2.5, right? Because they don't want to be like Web 3.
It's annoying, but I kind of get what they're trying to say with it, though, right? Because the games themselves aren't necessarily blockchain or NFT related. It's the platform that the free-to-play games are on. So I, as a free-to-play game player, can go and just play a free-to-play game that I like and not interface with any of that crap at all if I don't want to, because it's not actually part of the game. But if I want to buy things on the platform, that's when, or sell things on it and make revenue and content share and stuff like that. So I kind of get it's kind of be cheeky and cute with the 2.5 because the games are 2 and the platform is technically 3 when you think about Web 2.0 and 3.0. But I don't know. Is there any difference to gamers, Q? Like, gamers have been kind of just actively against the way NFTs and blockchains have been integrated in games so far. And rightfully so. But this is maybe a little different. Do people view it differently? Or does it still, as soon as you put those terms on it, gamers are just like, I'm out?
So I think that's it's like, at least from my perspective, in principle, blockchain and NFTs, like I feel like the tech could have some value in gaming. The problem is the people who are using it and the way they're trying to use it is like it's just all very cynical, right? Like
Yeah.
the way they're going about it, it's not something that benefits the gamers, and it's like, you're already making money off of us. You need yet more ways to try to convince us that you're actually helping us while making money off of us, kind of deal. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
How many ways can you extract cash from me before I feel like I'm a sex worker? Like,
none of us want NFTs in you know, in like our existing MMOs or something like that. We're already giving you crap tons of money in other ways. But like I said, I think in these, if it's a platform like a content or, you know, something, a distribution platform or whatever, and it's kind of giving people a way to distribute their little projects and make money off of it, like, ideally that's fine. But yeah, then you go and look at it and you're like, oh, but then you have the NFT bros and the crypto bros, and you know, it's all, they're just busy stealing art and shit from other people, and it's all just kind of terrible, and none of this is good.
it's also like it gets in that area where if you're invested in a game financially, excuse me, if you're invested in a game financially, then I really can't trust your opinion about it anymore, right? Because like you need it to succeed because you have a financial investment in it. And that's what you see, Troy, with a lot of these NFT blockchain games is, you know, people that are into that stuff start putting money in it, buy land or whatever they're buying or selling in that particular game. But you still need players. That's like the magic mystery sauce here, gang. It still has to be a game, and it still has to be fun to play for people that don't want to engage in your NFT and blockchain stuff. Because if all you have are the people that are super engaged in NFT and blockchain stuff, buying up the land in your game, and you have no players that ever potentially ever want to actually buy that land, then everybody got screwed except for the people that were in there on day one and then dumped their stuff as soon as it went up a little bit, right? Like, it still has to be a freaking fun game at the end of the day.
I think that, like, so something, because Justin and I have talked about this a lot, and it's like, it's kind of funny because like they're running around treating these like these are incredibly new ideas, and they're kind of technically not, because Second Life has existed forever.
Yep.
And people have been making money off of the
Project Entropia.
Yeah, like these things have existed forever. People have been making money off of these games and off of some questionable things in the games, but they've been doing it for a really long time. So it's not like this is entirely new either than the tech behind it, because obviously we didn't, you know, with Second Life there, when it first started, there wasn't blockchain and the NFTs and stuff. It was literally just people were creating stuff, putting it into the system, and they and you know, being able to sell it to people and making money. So I think for things like that, it's actually, you know, for something like that, it would kind of maybe improve things and make it better. But it's not like any of this is a really new idea, and it's not like it hasn't already been done really well without all of this shit going on behind the scenes.
I mean, Troy, that's the exact point, right? Q makes a great one. It's not only has this existed before, but because it's existed before, it shows you don't need the blockchain or NFT technologies to do this. You can certainly implement them in some type of way if you want, but you can't make the argument that this is the only way to do this safely, because it's not.
And not only that, I mean, blockchain has proven to not be incredibly safe.
Yeah, that too. That too. That too. Touche, sir. Touche. Touche. Last up, before we head over and do the weekly bombs and call it a day here, Black Desert Online has revealed their next expansion, The Land of the Morning Light. We've got a new trailer. It's slated to arrive in June. I don't know what it is about Black Desert. Like, obviously, I've always liked the way it looks. I like the character customization. I even like some of the gameplay and stuff, but that game has just never, ever stuck with me. Like, I played it at launch for 2 months and then didn't play it for a long time. I played this expansion, and they send me the expansion, and I play it, and I enjoy it, but I never seem to finish it, and I never stick with it. Troy, I know you've dabbled maybe a little more in this one than me, and maybe it's because there are elements that are more sandbox in nature, and that's just not my cup of tea, but it is yours. Where do you sit on BDO as you look at the new expansion, which, by the way, looks gorgeous, of course. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, the game looks great. It's just I'm kind of the same way. It's never really just captured me in a way that makes me want to play it. I've got a friend who plays it constantly, and every time it's comes up for free, he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
BDO is free," and I'm like, "I've already got a free copy, thanks."
The expansion
But yeah,
looks gorgeous.
Yeah, everything always looked, and I still remember to this day when it first come out. Me and all my MMO friends, we were like, "Bro, this looks so good. There's got to be a catch to this. There's got to be something wrong with it." And I guess what ended up being wrong with it was just the grind fest and the AFK grinding and all that kind of stuff that we just really weren't into.
Q, they're like running a ton of events to with the expansion announcement
They're
too.
always running a ton of events.
They are. They really are.
That's my bigger issue with the game, because I mean I used to play it, but like there's just, it's another one of those games that there's constantly something going on in, and if you're just a little bit behind, then you're behind after a bit. And if you step away from it for a little while and then come back, you're like, crap, how does this work again? Because you can't remember how any of the game operates.
Magic
Like,
Slinky in chat says the progression is scuffed. You need bag space for everything, and it costs a ton of money.
there's that too. But yeah, it's like you
Their
get
cosmetics are
behind,
nuts sometimes too.
try to remember how to play the game when you come back, and you just don't, because
Well, the last expansion, though, and hopefully they're going to do it with this one. We don't have a ton of details about this one besides like where it's taking place, area filled with both light and dark, and fables of action and consequence and stuff like that. But the last expansion, I think, was one of their better ones for players like me, because it did kind of refocus things a little more to the theme park side of things. Troy, I don't know if you played it or how far you got into it, but it was a little more traditional theme park in its storytelling and things like that. And I did stick with that expansion more than I had any other update prior to that.
Yeah, I can't say that I've got into that one yet.
It's definitely worth a look. Next month, I mean, boom, expansion. There you go. Found out about it this week. Boom, couple weeks, you'll have it in your hands. Let's slide over and do the weekly bombs. Here we go, gang. Weekly bombs, giving you our dub bombs for something good, a bomb for something bad in the world of gaming or just life in general. I'm going to go first, and I'm going to give an a bomb to the Wayfinder beta that started this week, because it didn't start this week. It was supposed to start this week, and then the day of, they found, or the night before, technically, they found some matchmaking / connection issues in the client. They tried to resolve them over the course of the next 24 hours and just kind of left it at, it's not going to start when we said it would. Stay tuned to Twitter. And then 24 hours later, they just punted the whole thing down the road to May 24th if you're looking for the Wayfinder closed beta. So I got to give an A-bomb. That's a pretty bad look when you can't launch into your final closed beta because you have something impacting connection and matchmaking. I suppose on the dub-bomb good side of things, though, at least they found it before they launched the closed beta.
Yeah.
Because that, I guess, would have been worse. So I'm disappointed it didn't happen, but maybe I'm happy that they found it before they went live. Go ahead, Troy.
A bomb to 8-second trailers, Destiny 2. What in the world?
Hey, it's a teaser trailer for the Season of the Deep. It's a teaser trailer.
8 seconds? 8 seconds? What are you teasing in 8 seconds? The whole trailer from beginning to end. 8 seconds on YouTube.
Including the fade in and fade out.
Yeah. It's just, I didn't, I know Mike sent it to me to write up, and I'm like, what? How many words do I got to pull out of thin air to talk about an 8 second?
Hey, I also linked you the This Week at Bungie post, so you had stuff to add to it. But yeah, the teaser trailer was 8 seconds.
Second long trailer. What in the world?
Go ahead, Q.
And Troy, try being a Doctor Who fan. They've been dropping trailers about that size all week, and we're just like, oh wait, let's stop it, pause it, okay, rewind it. that is going on. It's like, oh, but if you play it backwards, it says. So, I am actually gonna give a bomb to my crazy weather not knocking out my power yet.
Yay!
It's looking like it wants to.
We only have a few minutes left. From YouTube or MMOBomb, again, make sure you put your weekly bombs in the comments below, along with your question of the week answer, because you crazy people kept emailing me, and so I put the question of the week back in the damn show. Hyperdude 140, but if you don't answer, give me your bombs. I'm taking them out, I swear, and I'm not bringing them back again. Hyperdude 144 says, yes. Gameplay trailer, talking about the Chrono Odyssey gameplay trailer, with none of the elements of actual gameplay, such as a HUD, a minimap, or even objective markers. Wake me up in a year when this thing goes into closed alpha. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was gameplay, and technically, we even said that during the cast, like it was the actual gameplay, and that was it. Like there was no HUD or anything. I would have liked to have seen those two. I still thought the trailer was cool, but Hyper Dude, I'm with you. I like seeing those things in my gameplay trailers so I can see all of that stuff. Go ahead, Q. Take the next one.
Kevin Sharp, I don't know if it's an A-bomb or a D-bomb. Is there such thing as an LOL bomb? Because if so, LOL bomb to the UK slapping down the Microsoft deal. I know now, just picture an English accented Simpsons version of Nelson the bully walking into the courtroom afterwards and going, ha ha.
Yeah, and Troy's actually working on a story right now. Yesterday, we posted that it looks like the EU is going to approve the Microsoft Activision deal next week, projected to be the 15th, so in 3 days. But we're going to be putting something up today where not only did the UK shoot this down, the UK also put some restrictions in place where basically the companies have to ask for permission to buy shares in the other ones. So it's going to be interesting to see how that appeal goes in the UK. Go ahead, Troy.
Tikal, tentative dub bomb to Chrono Odyssey. I'm a graphics whore, and this delivers. Let's see how it's monetized, though. A bomb to Zelda for being one of the most overrated games that ever overrated. Been playing it on Yuzu since last week. It's average as hell. I know people will say I'm crazy, but I calls them like I sees them.
I haven't gotten to play it yet. Have not gotten to play it yet. I think I'm going to try and pick it up after the stream today. Michael Louis Sell, welcome. It's been a while, my friend. I do recognize the name, though, and much love. Hope you and your family and all your friends are doing well. Sounds like the Redfall team forgot to add or tag their player layer and their enemy layers. I've done this before using Unity 3D. It was a fun stream. Yeah. I may play Redfall today. I'm not quite sure. What I want to stream. The question of the week last week was obviously Chrono Odyssey and its reveal. Give it to us. What are your early thoughts? Kevin Sharp chimes in saying, question of the week. I like the Chrono Odyssey. I think the Chrono Odyssey game looks amazing. I'm excited and stoked from what I've seen, and it reminds me of the days I first seen the trailers for ArcAge. Oh man, getting into that alpha, what an amazing game. I was super stoked, and then, well, we got what we got. I'm scared it's going to be a repeat. Troy, you were the exact same way when it comes to ArcAge.
ArcAge, yeah, absolutely. I was super stoked. I remember got into the alpha back in the Game Breaker days, and I was sort of feeling it. And then like that last test, man, I was just like, you know what? This is going to be my game. And then, like Kevin Sharp said, then we kind of just got what we got.
Yeah. Go ahead, Q. Take the next one.
To call, hell yeah, I'm looking forward to Chrono Odyssey. That shit looks legit. I know MMOs tend to tune down graphics in order to accommodate weaker computers and draw a bigger audience, but I'm glad this isn't the case here. It's about time there's an MMO that takes advantage of my $1,000 GPU.
Definitely can see that point of view.
Of course, if it actually looks like that when it comes out.
Right. One, like, remember the Air Infinite Ascent or Air, what was it? Ascent Infinite Realm queue, where we saw the original trailers with the airships and everything, and we were like, this is going to be dope. Yeah, we didn't.
And then it became Elion.
Yeah, and became closed. And became closed. Yeah, I can see that. I'm a little concerned with some other things. There is an auto battle or an auto battling feature in it. So, like, I don't know how in depth versus shallow it's going to be yet. We'll have to see. Or not Chrono Odyssey. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Throne and Liberty with the auto battler. With Chrono Odyssey, I mean, all we have.
Like, how do you know that much about it?
My bad.
Chrono Odyssey was just lots of shots.
Yeah, all we have is the
statue,
trailer, and it's
like...
pretty. It is definitely pretty. Go ahead, Troy. Wrong game. Way to go, Mike.
Thoverisk says, looks pretty. We literally know nothing more than that. Is it a Souls-like MMORPG? Black Desert? What is it? Is it free to play? Buy to play? Looks pretty. I'll keep an eye out for it for sure. Now back to Guild Wars 2. Those legendaries don't craft themselves now, do they? I need more gold.
Bro, how come they close off Terra and made a whole other game just to close it too? Yeah, I mean, you can still play Terra on consoles, which is the really weird part for me. Like, you closed it down on PC and left it on consoles. That's weird. Sujay says, question of the week, every terrible MMO has a cool trailer. So we'll have to wait and see. Also, by the way, a small debomb for work ending work from home. Yeah, that sucks. A lot of people forced back into the office. Not great. So, question of the week this week, I want to know what you think. Was it wise for Throne and Liberty to delay itself just to get away from what we think is the main reason, from internal sources, anonymous, of course, was the reason they did it, to get away from Diablo 4? Do you even see them as a consumer as competitors like Throne and Liberty and Diablo 4? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget your weekly bombs while you're there. Double bomb for something good, A bomb for something bad in the world of gaming, or hell, just life in general. If you feel like complaining or letting us know about something good happening in your life. We'll be back next Friday here on twitch.tv/MMOBomb. Until then, Troy, where can everybody find you?
If I'm on the socials, it's at NoobFridge.
Cute.
On Twitter at Quinlan.
I'm Mike Byrne. You can follow me right there at magicman1, but more importantly, follow at MMOBomb so you'll know every time we put up a giveaway, a first look video, an interview, news articles, and the podcast. Until next time, gang, stay safe. We'll see you on the servers.